back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Well, folks, the trade deadline is here. It's over. And look, before we get into this, I don't know why I thought it was after the All-Star game. That's what I thought the trade deadline. I could have sworn they was doing trades after today, February 6th. I thought it was, I seen trades after the All-Star game. Whatever the case is, it was a shit show. That's what this was. Oh boy, it was a shit show. I don't know what any of it meant. If anything, this ain't good business, folks. This is why the NBA is a joke. And this was the most entertainment you was going to get out of the NBA all damn year. I'm serious, folks. So let's look at some of these trades that, to me, now that it's over, so they say officially this year, let's talk about some things. The late trade that we heard was DeAndre Hunter for Karis LeVert. Is he related to Gerald LeVert? I don't know. So now the Cavs, they acquired DeAndre Hunter from the Hawks. And this is a lot of damn offense that the Cavs are dealing with on that team, folks. A lot of damn offense. And to me, what do we know? Defense wins championships, right? Defense wins championships. We saw the Celtics last year. It was their defense that won the championship, right? Shut down the Mavs. Defense will always win the championship. When the Bucks won it, they shut down the Suns eventually. I think they were down 0-2 in that series, but their defense ultimately shut down the Suns. Well, I'm just talking about more in this era, stuff like that. When LeBron won the 2020 bubble, you know, that team was stacked with defensive players other than LeBron. You know, of course, you had Rondo, you had McGee, and you had Howard, and you had AD on that team, you know, anchoring the paint. It was just, oof. You know, they had some other key guys on that team as well. So what I'm trying to say by that is, I'm not looking at the Cavs to win this championship. In fact, I don't see them coming out the East. I just don't. Of course, they're not going to get past Boston. And the Bucks, they get right. I don't think they get past the Bucks. I think, I won't say the Knicks. The Knicks are a joke, folks. I just, it's, that's a damn shame right there. And this is what the Knicks fans get. They get bipolar teams. So, they're not going to get past the Celtics. The Cavs aren't. They're not going to get past OKC. OKC is still a better defensive team. Well, they won't win the championship if they meet them. So they won't get past, they won't beat OKC in the finals. They won't do it. OKC is a better defensive team, especially when they get back their center. So to me, I think the Cavs really have too much offense. I just don't see DeAndre, I want to say Hopkins. I keep want to say Hopkins. But he's not going to give you, no defense. He ain't going to give you no defense. So let's move on. It's kind of hard talking about this. So we all know that LeBron James and Kevin Durant did not move. Okay. We really don't need to talk about Kevin Durant other than the fact ESPN kept saying that Golden State wanted Kevin Durant. But Kevin Durant turned him down. Are you serious? Well, first of all, where was you going to trade Draymond Green? Because he wasn't going to go back and play with Draymond Green. Second of all, why would he want to be under? Why would he want to be under Curry? He won 2 Finals MVPs on LeBron's head, and all people are saying, "Oh man, he got, you know, this with Curry. This is Curry. It was Curry's team. Curry. Kevin Durant got those 2 MVPs, Finals MVPs. Now, we can't say after that 3-month comeback, Curry might have been a little scared. he might have been a little scared after that comeback that, wow, if I don't get Kevin Durant, these boys do have a super team. I don't have a super team. So, you got to blame Curry on that too. You just can't blame Kevin Durant. Now, Kevin Durant, he don't care about championships. He don't care about winning. He's getting paid. He's got 2 finals MVPs. He's got 2 championships. He's known as, I don't know, maybe top 5 shooter of all time. I don't know. So he's not really worried. The only thing he's worried about is homeboy Brittany Griner, right? I heard he's dating that homeboy. Anyways, so LeBron James, they get rid of Connect, right? For what was this guy's name for the center? I forget his name. Something Williams. And are you, because when I first seen that, I said, oh, okay, everything's falling in place. They got their future center that can go ahead and play with Luka, and now everything's in place for LeBron James now to go to Golden State, because they just got Jimmy Butler, right? And we'll talk about that in a minute. And then all of a sudden, the trade deadline is over. So you got rid of Connect for this dude Williams? Are you trying to replace Anthony Davis for this year now? And you're going to stay and you so-called got a center? Oh! Bro, the loser, you should have bailed the hell out and went to Golden State. Why the hell did you stay in LA? You got rid of Connect? Who is your knockdown shooter of the future? You got rid of him? Oh, you got rid of Max Christie, a hustle guy, and you gave him to the Mavs with AD? Folks, this is one of the weirdest moves that LeBron has ever made. He's always made good moves that backfired because he's not, he's not a great leader. He's not even a good leader. But this right here, this makes no sense, folks. And when is Luka coming back? Look, I don't care. See, what's going to happen is, this same ish that magically happened when they played the Clippers the other night without AD. This is James Harden. This is Kawhi Leonard. Guys, also got to remember, these are the refs. So LeBron told his team, it ain't no AD here no more. I'm going to need you to go get those AD rebounds. Get you some points. I'm going to do the rest because I'm going to get the calls from the refs. So let's make this look easy, because they know that the Clippers had old bones. Their legs are old. Kawhi old. James Harden old. So LeBron sent his pit bulls out there to out hustle these guys. That's not going to happen in the playoffs. It ain't going to happen in the playoffs. Now you got to give it to LeBron James though. He had those guys playing. He had those guys out there playing. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they play Golden State tonight. Is Jimmy Butler going to play? I don't know, folks. And who was the Mavs playing? I can't remember right now. The Mavs, they were playing the Mavs. I can't. The Mavs. It was a team that just traded for another good player. I'm gonna think about it in a minute. But the way they set it up, it just looks fixed, because these 4 teams got good trades. Now, if Jimmy Butler don't play, it really don't mean nothing. If AD don't play, it really don't mean nothing. But we'll see what happens. So the whole thing for the Lakers, for LeBron James winning, it really made no sense. Was he like, go get Luka? Guess what? I'm leaving you something. I'm leaving you something before I leave. But this is not winning. You think Luka and LeBron James is going to come out the West? Let me tell you something. If LeBron James and Luka comes out the West, this is the weakest NBA of all time. I don't give a damn. The new guy that they got, I don't give a damn. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. I just don't see nobody nobody putting on the performance that AD put on. I just don't see it. I mean, you could say Luka, but Luka ain't gonna play that. Who is gonna play that defense? This new Williams guy that they acquired? I don't think so, folks. So basically, I think what they're hoping is that they can outscore teams. I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure. So the Jimmy Butler going to Golden State. What does this mean? So you get rid of Wiggins? It was Wiggins, right? I mean, for what? How long is Curry actually going to play? And what does this mean right here? Now, yeah, I'm going to admit it makes them a better team. Yes. It's going to make them a better team. And I can see them going up. I don't know, man. I think, did they get rid of Buddy Hield? But you're dealing with Jimmy Butler, though. And we talked about this morning. You know, he goes from the second zestiest city in the world, Miami, and goes to the number one zestiest city in the world, San Francisco. Okay. There's a lot of zestiness going on in this NBA, folks. I don't know if you noticed it, but they ain't holding back. We ain't talking about just Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is straight up out there, right? He represents the zestiness festival of the NBA. I mean, these girls, get it, girl. I'm just saying, folks. They so excited and they just can't hide it. Ain't that right, Garland? Woof. You know about SGA. Woof. You can imagine being out with him at night? What about you put LeBron James, SGA together, Darius Garland, is that his name? Darius? Yeah, so Darius Garland, SGA, what did I say? LeBron James, Jimmy Butler, let me see. I could say Donovan Mitchell too. Y'all, you guys probably ain't seen it. I done seen this dude out of character. And what I mean out of character is when they're playing basketball or they're in front of the camera, they act a certain way. You know, they act straight. And they have, you know, what they used to call gay people back in the day were, what was it? Two spirit people, right? Two spirit people, you know, can act like a man and can act like a woman. Well, the males, right? So that's why they call them two spirit, because they would say that they had two spirits in them, a male and a female. So it's depending on who they're around, they can act like a man or they can act like a woman. So that's why I say out of character, in character, right? So a lot of times they would catch Tupac out of character and he'd be flaming out. But when he's back in character, he's a thuggish, ruggish thug, right? Same with a lot of these dudes. Truly, I'm just trying to keep it real. It is what it is, folks. So I'm just saying, you put those guys together, and maybe all of them, right? The Banana Boat crew, right? You add, what's his name? D-Wade, Chris Paul, Chris Bosh. Oh, Chris Bosh. Woo! Chris Bosh. Wow. And not to discriminate against errors, you know, we could even put Dennis Rodman in there. I'm not sure Dennis Rodman will be the leader, right? Dennis Rodman will be the leader. So that's that. But let's get back to the NBA. a lot of this stuff was meaningless. It meant nothing. Nothing made sense. And this is what the NBA is about, a bunch of stuff that doesn't make any sense. It's not going to be competitive. It's going to be the same-ish. Dudes getting hurt. Dudes low managing. It's nothing. All this was, and we're going to talk about Brandon Ingram because I hit him pretty hard earlier. All this is to give these guys something to talk about on ESPN and Fox, because there's nothing to talk about when it comes to the NBA. Right? And that's why a lot of these good analysts, they got fired. Because the NBA is trash. There's nothing to talk about. It don't sell itself on its on-court play. We thought it was going to be a big trade, combination and all this stuff. LeBron James didn't want to leave. He could have went anywhere, right? This contract is almost over the rest of the year, and then he's got, what's he got next year? Somebody would have ate that. Golden State would have ate that. Phoenix would have ate that. It was only one more year. The Lakers could have paid him the rest of this year, whatever like that. But, I'm sure he didn't want that heat of a super team. And that's what I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be easy. Him go over there to Golden State with either Embiid, Zion. Why did it move? This was crazy. You didn't move Zion, but you moved Ingram? Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about Ingram in a minute. So you move, we're going to keep talking about LeBron James thing. So I thought, or Butler was going to go to the Warriors with him. It didn't happen. It was stupid. It made zero sense, folks. What just happened? But LeBron's career isn't about winning. And let's speak about the Dallas thing real quick. What they seen in Dallas, not only because of Luka's injuries, I don't think they seen them ever going back to the finals for a long time, folks. They see Denver out there. They see OKC on the rise. The best they was going to get out of Luka, I'm not for sure, folks. And then how long are we going to have Kyrie? How long are we going to have Kyrie? So to me, the Mavs, they won. They were the winners in all of this. They were the winners in all of this, the Mavs. Because Luka wasn't going to have a damn chance to go to no damn championship this year. Now, check this out. Vegas said that the Lakers' odds of going to the finals are higher now than the Mavs. Make that make sense. And why they say that? Because Vegas always wins, folks. This is why you see these matchups that don't make no sense and these teams get blown out, because Vegas always wins. I ain't doing no conspiracy stuff, but it's funny to me. These teams are just getting blown off the floor. Good teams against good teams. This ain't supposed to happen. Only good teams is supposed to blow out bad teams like that. So yeah, that's the deal. They didn't see Luka going back there to the finals, and even if he did go back, what's going to happen? He's going to get rolled. Luka can't play no defense. Luka can put up some points. All they can hope for is that the Celtics is going to get a bigger test than they did last year. That's a good thing about what we're going to see. I don't know how much of a test they're going to get more than last year, but it seemed like they should be getting more of a test than what they had last year with New York. Maybe Milwaukee, and of course the Cavs. So they're not just going to be walking through this whole damn playoffs like they was last year. I mean that was ridiculous. The NBA should be ashamed of itself, and I think the NBA really thinks all their fans are idiots and are dumb. Truly, for you to pull out something like that last year, that was nuts. And their day is coming. The playoffs are coming, and the Celtics, they better get back to the finals. Because how the NBA put them in that position last year, just running through the damn East like that, playing all these hurt teams, they better get back to the finals. Or everybody is going to say that damn championship was a fluke. It was given to them. Especially if they mess around and get knocked out in the first round. It's a wrap. But like I said, they better get back to the finals. You got the same damn talent, and there's no excuse. Now, did we think they would get to the finals last year? Yeah, of course. They have the talent from top to bottom. That team is loaded. But you didn't need help. That's ridiculous. So that's where it's at right there. Like I said, the thing with OKC, it seems like to me size hurts them. We saw when they played Milwaukee, they looked dumbfounded. You know, I know Chet Holmgren, I think he won in that game. But still, man, they didn't even look like the same team. Like I said, that's why I don't gamble, folks. Trust me, these people care more about money than winning some damn championship. You think it's a joke? Then why are these guys selling their championships when they get older? Remember, they're supposed to make tens of millions of dollars, and these guys are selling their championships. Championship rings, championship trophies, this NBA memorabilia, all this stuff. Anyways, like I said, gambling legal, they care more about money than guess what? Some piece of metal championship. I'm serious. Ain't y'all playing. So that's what I'm saying. We don't even know how real none of this stuff is. All we can do is gauge what we see. That's all we can really do. So maybe this season should get shortened, just because of the fact that these guys low manage so much. These games are boring. Maybe they should get on a shorter schedule and have 10-minute quarters. I'm serious. To me, if you had shorter quarters, the game might be more, what do you call that? Not competitive, intense. Well, competitive too. But it will be more intense, more competitive, have a smaller schedule. And again, that smaller schedule will make it more competitive, more intense, right? Something like that. You know, when we talk about the Celtics, well, not the Celtics, well, they were in the 60s, but when we talk about the 60s and they had less teams, I mean, you won't have less teams now, but I'm just saying you're playing less games. So, you know, I think it would be more competitive, is what I'm trying to say. Because you're playing less games, and maybe, you know, you have to win. Now you have to win, less games too, to get in the playoffs. And to me, if I would do that, I'm cutting out the play-in. I would just cut out a lot of dumb stuff. That's pretty much what I would do if I would reduce the games. Cut out the in-season tournament, cut out the play-in, and let's do it like that. So Brandon Ingram, I don't care, folks. I'm not trying to say this guy is a bad guy. You know, he did anything wrong. I watched this guy at Duke. I watched him at Duke. He was a good player. He looked like he could be, you know, a bootleg, a knockoff version of Kevin Durant. Right? He had a pretty good offensive skill set. Real skinny and frail. I don't know why they don't like to eat. They're just like allergic to food. I'm not trying to say you got to be yoked up or nothing like that, but even the guys back in the day, in the 80s, in the 90s, who wasn't muscle bound, they still had weight on them, and they could run block to block to block to block on the court. They weren't just like Sports and Fitness Friends put out a video yesterday, and some guys talking about, oh, these guys got to spend more energy, got to do all this, got to do more running. The game is faster. But you can't expect them to play all this defense and do what the 80s and 90s players were doing. And like Sports and Fitness Friends explained to the idiot, these guys ran from baseline to baseline, block to block, while being physical. On offense, you didn't stand around. You was cutting. You was trying to get position. You were trying to confuse the defender, so he's not going to know the play ultimately. All this stuff. And then the rebound went up. You was battling dudes for rebounds a lot of times. The rebound goes up today. What? A lot of times the offensive team don't even see if it's going to hit or it's going to miss. They just take off. Seriously, not just guys at three-point line. I'm talking about the guys under the damn bucket, which is maybe one. They'll just take off. Gone. See you later. Yeah. So these guys are lazy as hell today. They don't do a lot, and I said that's why I think they don't get paid this money. We've been told, but that's a whole different subject. So Brandon Ingram, what has he did? He had one All-Star in 2020, and I think that he was trying to show LeBron James, you gave away a great player, right? Because LeBron James came in, the turnover king, played with him for 1 year, and traded him. Not that I don't think he did anything wrong. He was just a young player. But again, LeBron James can't develop players. That's why he traded him as an asset. He got Anthony Davis. And they thought, okay, we got Brandon Ingram. Great offensive player. And he's going to develop. And then, when the All-Star break came in 2020, he was on the All-Star team. Oh, that's great. We got something right here. We really got something right here. Oh. No, you don't. No, you don't. No more. No more. Nothing. The only damn accolade he got on his record, folks. Stop it. No excuse, folks. No excuse in this soft, weak era. And he's getting paid all this. I don't even know how much he done made. Let's see. Yep. In 9 seasons, $183. Oh. Yeah, right. $183 million. Now I think he's making 38 or 36 million this year. I don't know what to think about, man. That's almost $200 million right there. And he's got one all-star team, folks. That's it. Whoop-dee do. And what's he do? He's just putting up stats. No All-NBA, no All-NBA defensive team, no steals leaders, no, nothing. So when they put him and Zion together, what did they think? This is going to be off the chain. Looks like it could be something good. Zion is always hurt. And what the hell is wrong with the Pelicans? This was their big opportunity to get rid of Zion Williams. But you get rid of Brandon Ingram? Okay. So are you going to bring somebody else in now? With Zion? So if you're a Pelicans fan, you have to be very, very confused. What the hell just happened? You should have traded for a superstar to work with Zion Williams and wake this guy the hell up. But no, I'm not trying to hate on Brandon Ingram because people like him. I'm just saying, man, he's not, he just don't move the needle for me. I think he's an underachiever to me in this soft, weak era of just shooting around. One all-star team, nothing else. Oh, most improved player. I don't know if that was in 2022, or 2020 also, but that's what it is, folks. It ain't. These guys are their potential coming into the NBA. Some of these guys are like through the damn roof, and they never amount to any damn thing. I've seen it over and over and over and over again. And the reason why I think this is because it's a controlled environment the NBA is today. And it's pretty much like a script. And it's mostly because of LeBron James. It's just hard for me to see a guy like Zion. What was it, last year playoffs? He was balling. And then in the last minutes, he hurt himself, got up, and went to the damn locker room like nothing was wrong with him, folks. And everybody was thinking, like, what? And you see these injuries, like, show me you're hurt. Have somebody drag you off the damn court before you say you ain't playing no more. This is ridiculous. Oh, your calf hurts? Let us see. Run up and down the court and let us see. Not just, that ain't going to work for 60, 50, 40, 30 million dollars. That ain't going to work. We want to see you in pain. And in most instances, play through the damn pain. I know people as well as myself went to work in crazy pain and had to do physical work, and people do it every day. And they don't even make a 0.001 of what you make. This is ludicrous, folks. These are the people, these are the players that's supposed to be all-time greats. It's supposed to be worth all these record-breaking contracts. Really? Wow, people are delusional. So that pretty much sums it up. You know, he goes to Atlanta. They lost Hunter. So what does that mean? Oh, no. He went to Toronto. My fault. We'll see with Toronto. We'll see what happens. No, I'm not impressed. Now, if he would have went to the Rockets, maybe, you know, Toronto, I'm not really impressed too much. I'm talking about, like, it's Brandon Ingram. It's Brandon Ingram. If he was already an all-star all these years, okay. I mean, a reserve. You can't be an all-star reserve. You can't make an all-NBA third team. Goodness God. So that trade really didn't mean nothing. A lot of these trades meant nothing for me. Just a whole bunch of shenanigans. That's all you got is a whole bunch of shenanigans right there, folks. A lot of wasting people's time. That's all it is. The NBA continues to waste people's time on the trade deadline or suiting up every night, wasting people's time. It's a joke. That's what we need, really. Shorten these seasons, and that's it. Give them less money, and that's it, folks. They're not worth the money. They're not worth watching for 82 games. They're not worth watching for 12-minute quarters. It's not worth it. You done changed the whole format of the damn NBA anyways. You're not playing in original NBA league. Not even close to it. And you're going to change the All-Star game. You basically did. So just go ahead and change the NBA season. That's all you do. Make the thing. Ugh. I wouldn't even waste my time. 60 games. 60 games. That's all you get. 60 games. Yep, 60 games in 10-minute damn quarters or whatever. How many women play? What do they play? 10, 8-minute quarters? Something like that. It's a waste of people's time. Trade deadline, waste of people's time. It's ridiculous. But anyways, like I said, the Mavs won. The Mavs won this trade deadline. I'm going with them out the West. If Anthony Davis can stay healthy, and that's what it is. Who are they playing? The Mavs and the... Hold on, let me see. The Mavs and the Celtics. Oh, yeah. This should be good tonight. I want to see... Well, I don't know if Anthony Davis is playing. It would be nice if Anthony Davis played tonight and Luka. I don't think Luka has a chance in hell of playing tonight against the Golden State. And Jimmy, I don't know why Jimmy Butler wouldn't play. I just don't. Most of these guys already had to get a physical to even get the whole thing approved, right? So I don't know why Jimmy Butler couldn't play. He ain't really been playing. And AD, I don't know why he couldn't play neither. So, if neither of them play, these games are meaningless. They mean nothing. And it would be dumb to put that's what I'm saying. How could you put money on these games, though? All these guys, all the good guys, either don't show up or game time decision. And you're dumb enough to bet on the NBA. You're dumb enough to bet on the NBA. I keep saying NFL. NBA, where the guys don't even hustle. They don't play defense. Looks like they're going through the motions. They don't do something else if the three-pointer ain't going down. You really could bet on this? I don't know, man. You guys tell me what I missed. If I missed anything, it was a couple other trades, but they really didn't. Levine, whatever, man. I don't know what that really means. It's a lot of trades to me that, a couple other that didn't make no sense to even talk about. Yeah, LA's looking good for the future. Not with LeBron. He's gonna come back one more year with Luka. They're just gonna use this to sell merch, sell tickets. Like I said, see how it works out by the time the trade deadline comes, and then they're gonna, they might deal LeBron James and bail him out and take him to one more other team before he retires and try to get him a championship. You know what I'm saying? Might put him over there with Butler and Curry. But for this year, and I think the rest of this year and half of the next year, it's just going to be about selling merch and having all these storylines for ESPN to have a damn job. Right? Like, what's his name? Dreamers Pro? Like, he has a job with ESPN. So, I mean, I'm like, every time you see him come up on the feed, it's still ESPN. Fox said this, and Nick Wright said this, and, Stephen A said this, or this, person that works at ESPN said this, or this person that works at Fox said this. I'm like, damn, this dude, you got to give him his props, man. He getting that money. Getting that money from him. Because ain't no way in this world, ain't no man going regurgitate what they say every single day and try to get you to convince you to go over there and click on their channel and see what the hell they said without getting paid. So he's getting paid for it. You're getting paid for it, man. Well, I said, a lot of these people, you got to realize they're not like you and me. Just some dudes that, watch sports all their lives and, got on YouTube and said, let me make a channel. Nope. A lot of these guys work behind the scenes at these networks and stuff like that. And that's how they got on. And a lot of them get ahead of everybody else and, and stuff like that, get more subs, get more this and that, because they got connections, because they worked in the industry. So when you see them dissing the people in the industry, it's all bullish. It's all bullish. It's all bullish. They're not dissing them. They're friends with them. That's why sometimes you'll see, what will you see? It ain't gonna take long. They'll start working with each other, right? Some YouTube channel that you thought, they're just, just started a YouTube channel, watch sports. After a while, what happens? They start working with people that work for ESPN that we know, right? Or Fox that we know, that work for Fox. So, I mean, it just starts exposing itself, man. That's all it starts doing. They start, doing things with professional athletes. Because, why? Not because they're that good. They might be good, but it's because they know these guys. They got connections. They worked in the media sports talk industry. They might have never made it to the front desk to be on TV, but they work behind the scenes and stuff like that. I'm not trying to hate. I'm just saying that don't think these people are like me or like you and stuff like that. That they're not, folks. They're not. And if you can't see who they are, we already know one is Dreamers Pro. I mean, this guy exposes himself like, a 2-year-old could figure that out. So tell me what you think.